What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to tonight's, it's the first live stream of 2026. Sorry, I'm trying to get this lined up perfectly because I have a different layout tonight that I think is slightly more aesthetically pleasing. Though I'm realizing the camera is not zoomed out far enough and it's on a mount tonight. Or, I'm sorry, it's fully dependent on the mount tonight rather than any zoom. So we just have to adjust the mount correctly to get everything in frame. But I thought that people who kind of were irritated by the way that I usually lay things out would find this a little easier on the brain, I guess. Just have to get everything centered up. Sorry about that. But yeah, I thought we'd just kind of mix it up. Still incredibly analog, as per usual. Couple of things out of frame, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyways. I hope everybody had an awesome... What's the right way to say this? I hope everybody's 2025 wasn't too awful. I sincerely hope we see some good things in 2026. And in terms of knife stuff, I am legitimately, this is the God's honest truth, I am looking nothing but positivity. I think that 2026 will be the brightest and most, like, shifting year for the knife industry. I'm well aware that, and I don't want to put it this way, but, like, we all know what this is. Like we all know what I mean when I say this, so I'll just say it. 2019 brought in a lot of very casual knife people, not just to YouTube, but to the industry. And the industry saw a massive boom, as many industries did. Because people got into collecting stuff. They got into hobbies and things like that. This has been fading for a bit across the board, right? Like your collector enthusiast industries, right? And we're seeing a decline in this everywhere. Now, I'm fortunate enough that for some reason, this channel keeps growing. And I still get more subscribers and more views. And we're getting closer and closer to 1 million. And I love that. I think that's great. What we're seeing is a reduction in the casual buying, like the casual buying population. And I think, now I'm not an expert, but I want to take a guess that the incentive for companies to pump out a lot of meaningless, soulless garbage is lessening, right? So my big ranting knife guy episode, which was legitimately an hour-long rant of everything that I'm sick of seeing, I think that problem will actually resolve itself. And I've always thought that, but I'm still glad that I got it out there anyway. I'm thinking that, you know, a lot of the knife industry is starting to figure this out, and they're being forced to shift gears. I don't think that we'll see a lot of the prices that we want to change probably will not change, but I think we'll see some really interesting innovation, which will make 2026 a much better year for hardcore enthusiasts, collectors, etc. Not so much the year for the casual buyer. That's not to say that budget knives will not be there. What I'm saying is that a lot of stuff will be a lot more interesting. That's what I think. Maybe I'm glass half full. I like to be glass half full. It's a lot easier to live life. But that's what I think. May I see the hoss? Hope you enjoyed your vacation. I did enjoy my vacation. It was very crazy, and we were all over the place. We did lots of stuff. We stayed in a couple different hotels. The kids went to an indoor water park. We did an aquarium. We did Legoland. We did a lot of stuff that you would do having a little one, because I have 2 older ones and I have a little one. So we're very limited because she has to have naps and be in a stroller most of the time. But we got to go do a whole bunch of fun and crazy stuff, and it was a really good time. I'm back. Everything that I have, all of the prizes and things people were waiting on, I got it shipped out before we went on vacation, which was not something I was planning on doing. So everybody who's waiting on a prize from me, you should have tracking in your email. I'm ready to go for 2026. Tonight's live stream will do a giveaway, and here very, very soon, you guys are going to get the announcement for the big giveaway celebrating what was going to be 750,000 subs. We're now at over 800,000 subs, so we're going to be celebrating 810,000 subs very soon. Oh yeah, the Haas. What a weird thing, guys. Now, get your best gas station knife comment ready. It's the end boss of gas station knives, guys. Did you hear what I said there? I said it's the end boss of gas. I bet he's never heard that one before. Yes, you could say that. This has a really weird lock on it. You kick this thing up, and then you can deploy it. Now, you can front flip it. I don't know that I really trust that. You can also reverse flick it. It's kind of weird. But then this sort of kicks back into place here. Oop, and it slides underneath there, and then you can lock it down. A lot of movements, a lot of unnecessary stuff, but it does lock it in place really well. It's completely solid, and it looks absolutely ridiculous. It actually does look closer to a gas station knife than, you know, anything that I've seen. Well, not anything I've ever seen. It does look, it's got that vibe, but I mean, it's all intentional, right? I mean, this is a sub-brand, I guess, of Mundus. And it's sold on the Mundus Knives website or the Exclusive Folders website. I can't remember. Pretty cool, though. I mean, it's weird. I like weird stuff. Sauron's pocket knife is a great one. I love that. That's a much more creative comment. I like the creative ones. I think it's okay to clown on knives, but it's like, if you're going to clown on it, like, it's so much more fun to read when it's creative. Like, I get thousands and thousands and thousands of duplicate comments, right? Do you want to know what the comment count was for this year? The total number of comments on this channel was 247,000 comments. So I know some people are like, why does he get all lit up over people saying this? Imagine waking up and looking at your notifications, and like 40% of them are just like NPC people going, that looks like a guy. Or here's the other one I get. A fool and his money are soon parted. I bet he'll take that little bit of wisdom and think about it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. God, the amount of it's so bad. I mean, most of it comes from YouTube Shorts and short form content, right? But people are just parrots of like things that were said to them during a time of shame, right? The only people who repeat stuff like that are people who recently had it said to them and were embarrassed by it. So they're looking to vent it off, you know, on something else. But when people say that, especially a fool and his money are soon parted, that's okay. I'm giving my 2 cents on this. I've given my 2 cents on this before. I think that the foundation of these sayings has truth in it, as do all things, right? The foundation of a saying or, you know, a lesson learned, there's a foundation of truth to it. Unfortunately, it's lost when it's repeated and thrown at something that people just it makes them have a certain emotional reaction at face value. And in reality, the saying, the way that it's being implemented is meaningless. Number one, everyone is parted with everything when they die. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you got rich in a stupid way and spent the money stupidly. You still don't have anything left when you die. And on top of that, it's just like, I want that thing and I don't have it, but this guy has it. So it makes me feel good in my head that he obtained the wealth required for this object in a less than tasteful way and is, I'm going to assume, not good with money. And that justifies me saying this. I would, like, what is it that you're saying? It hit me this morning, your intellectual commentary voice you do reminds me of Whiteface Dave Chappelle. Oh, I love Whiteface Dave Chappelle. I love Whiteface Dave Chappelle because here's why I like it. It's because it's the most accurate thing. It's like, it's a comedy bit, but it's also spot on. And you can't get mad at it. It's spot on. What's the... Cover your young one's ears if you have young ones at home. What's the bit in the bathroom where it's the white-faced guy and he's the conscious, and it's the guy at the urinal, and there's like there's two African American gentlemen left and right of him, and the bit is, don't worry about the size of their penises. Remember, you still rule the goddamn world. And there's a lot of things that there's a lot of things in that bit that people could get mad at. And I'm not going to make a statement there, leaning left, right, up, down. It's funny, and everybody knows why it's funny, and it's not like, it's just fun. It's just like a funny, ridiculous scenario. It's silly, and Dave Chappelle is exploiting the silliness of that circumstance, and it is funny. It doesn't matter who you are, it's funny. It's really funny. I love Dave Chappelle. I think he's amazing. And even if he cracks jokes that are in some cases they are at my expense. I think that all of it's hilarious. I don't think that anything he's ever said, in my opinion, has been, like where I'm at I'm the butt end of the joke, or people like me. I don't take offense to it at all. Anyways, I don't want to get weird and philosophical here. So it's the first live stream of 2026. Let's start, we don't have to do that. Thanks for the memberships there, Bradford Mitchell. I appreciate it. He's very good. It's an excellent bit. Waiting on a reverse tux Excalibur compact. Everybody keeps asking me, when are they going to be shipped? Be patient. They are coming. We did this pre-order knowing that it was going to take a bit. And the reason that we did it this way is the way that we're doing it allows everybody who wants one to get their hands on them, rather than manufacturing a specific amount and undershooting it, and then everybody's mad because it's a mad dash and then they're sold out. We do not want artificial scarcity. We do not want Excaliburs ending up on the secondary market priced substantially higher than they should be, which did happen a couple of times despite our efforts, but largely did not happen. People are largely not forced to the secondary market to buy my original integral Excalibur for substantially more than it sold for, and that was by design. We did not want that to happen. We are trying to make enough for everybody. And doing that requires an extended period of time where the pre-order is open. And once we know exactly how many to make, we make that many, and then we make some extras. And so that, retailers and things like that, people can have them. If people have issues, things like that. And then we start to ship. And it takes a while to ship because they're coming from overseas. But you will get it. And this entire process is happening faster than, say, when you pre-order a CKF. We're still pretty fast. I do like the Star Wars knife. The number of people who are like, that looks just like that one from they copied that knife from The Mandalorian. They copied that lightsaber from The Mandalorian. And I was like, oh, geez. I got to get in contact with Brian Winters and be like, dude, you accidentally made the knife that looks just like the lightsaber from Mandalorian. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Golly. Whoops-a-daisy. Sound it makes is awesome. Took 7 months for the Gringo Vertilock. I was a little upset when they dropped them for sale. I put her hadn't shipped, but all's well that ends well. I got it in the end. Yeah. The longest amount of time that I have had to wait for a knife that I pre-ordered was almost 1.5 years. And anybody who orders regularly does pre-orders or does custom orders. Now, in my opinion, a custom order should cap out at 2 years. And that would be with the most prestigious of knife makers, and their books are literally that full. But they have a track record of delivering within the time frame that they say. Like if they say like this could take up to 2 years, and of course they're only requiring a small partial down payment. I think that is fair. People have different thoughts on that. If you're asking to pay the full price up front, and then they're telling you like, I don't know when the delivery time will be, I would say, well, best of luck to you. I'm not going to do that. But sometimes custom knives, but production knives that are part of a pre-order and they're trying to get a gauge on how much to manufacture, I would say a few months is normal. That's kind of where we set that. It also really helps us gauge, and I've talked to Sergio about this, it helps us gauge, just like I was talking about, exactly how many left-handed buyers we have. And you know what? It's about 8%. Like, I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we actually took the time to figure out how much of our buying audience was left-handed and wanted to buy our knives, because 8% is a lot. That's huge. There's a lot of left-handed folks who want those knives. That's important. Like, think about all those people we'd have let down if we're like, ah, just deal with it. Yeah, that is a no. I have an 0392 right here. I don't think you guys can see it. This is my user 0392. It was a BWBRZ, and all the hardware was like faded because this was a user, the guy who had it. Perfect example, by the way. Perfect detent. Very centered. The hardware was just fading. He had resharpened it. I bought this knife from the original owner, and he said, I've been using it. I just put a new edge on it. It's pretty good. He did a good job with the edge, too, by the way. I think the guy who had it before me did a good job with the edge. He said, the hardware's fading. It's a user, and I'll sell it for $300. And I was like, I will take it. So I bought that knife for $300. It's in great shape, and it's still to this day, like, it's in great shape. I switched the hardware out. I was happy to pay $300 for something that's almost impossible to find. And one that I intended to use, by the way. The one near the top brand that looks like it was run over by a car. That's the Mundus sub-brand Haas that has that weird tab lock thing. That bar, it's like a pull, like you pull it. There's a coil spring in it, almost certainly. But it's pretty wild. If it's not a Spyderco smock, you don't want to talk. So the only knife that you own or even like at all is the smock? That's fine. The smock is a really good knife. I think you should keep liking the smock. I think you should just maybe look around a little bit. The smock is great. I own 2 of them. Both of them are exclusives, and they're awesome. I think it's one of Spyderco's best knives. There's a lot of really good stuff out there, though. I think you're missing out by not looking at other stuff. Which knife got you into collecting knives? Okay, so there's a couple of different answers there. It's a good question. I actually really like that question. Technically, the knife that turned my brain on to the idea that not all knives are created equal, because I did used to believe that. I believed that pocket knives were just pocket knives and there was no difference. It was just metal attached to a handle. And then I bought a Kershaw Blur. Back when they were, I think I bought my first Kershaw Blur when they were $50. And I was like, oh my God, this is a nice knife. So technically that's the knife that got me like going. But the knife that turned me into a collector, it could be one of 2 knives. Technically, I would say it's the Hinder XM18. But technically, it's the 0562, because that's the one I bought to scratch the itch without having to pay or hunt down an XM18, because during that time, in 2013, you literally could not buy an XM18. You just couldn't. Nowadays, super easy, but you couldn't buy them back then. But I got the itch from the 0562. Yeah, the smock is an awesome knife. No argument there. That's a great knife. Like, if that was, like, the only knife, if he was like, no, it's the only knife I like, I'm never going to buy anything else, and then he lives his whole life, and then he passes away. Did he make a bad choice? No. He made a pretty good choice. Like, you can't really argue with him there, you know? The smock's great. I mean, I'm not going to argue with him. Now, if he chose the Buck 110, I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with that either. I just like the Buck 110 to be the butt of the joke. And it's not the knife. It's never really the knife. Unless it's a James Brand knife. It's never really the knife. It's the cult community that a knife develops, where the community is just like sold on this idea that that's the end of innovation. Like, that knife is perfect, and everything it represents is the peak, the absolute pinnacle, and that nothing can be better. And at the same time, they don't look for anything better. It's that then it becomes the butt of the joke. The hardcore cold steel guys, same thing. I love the cold steel knives, but the reason I joke about it so it's because of the cult community that surrounds them, you know. Chris Reeve Knives is a great example of that as well. Now, Chris Reeve does make a super high quality knife, but in its day, was the Sebenza an amazing knife? Yes. Is it an outdated knife by 2026 standards? Yes, it is. Oh, you could say that the Sebenza is the new Buck 110. Is it a good knife? Yeah, it's fine. Is it immediately outclassed by the majority of what's available for the same price or less? Yes, at the same tier. You're gonna grab the pre-order exclusive one-track mine IRV2 and Damacorn DLC crystal tie? Oh yeah, immediately, dude. I already messaged him about it. Said I gotta have it, and he said we can't have that one. I gotta have that one back, and I was like, that's fine. I want to buy. I made it very clear. I don't want you to give me one. I want to buy one. And he said, okay. I did see the 3 1/4 model, and it was a really embarrassing from Let me tell you about my embarrassing experience. This is real. So they actually gave me a contact, like a marketing contact for Hinder Knives. He gave me his phone number and everything, and he was like, if there's anything you want to check out, let me know. And I was like, cool. I like to buy my Hinder Knives. I don't like to make them feel obligated to send me stuff, so I very rarely messaged him about anything. And they were super cool. They gave me this awesome titanium scale that I've never used before. They gave me the Auto XM18, and I love that, but I didn't want to take advantage, so I waited until, something. And I messaged him, and I was like, hey, man, this new 3 1/4 inch model sounds really cool. I would love to check that one out. And he goes, oh, I don't actually work for them anymore. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, I started my own thing. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, well, okay, bye. And then I left this awkward message on their answer machine. Here's the most embarrassing part. They never called me back. I left a message, and I was sincere. I wasn't trying to be, like, pompous or being self-important or anything. Hold on a sec. Nice fast. What's up, Casey? I think Blade Bench is sending you a Tempest Tornado. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure that I will. I'm sure that I will. Thanks for the donation, Casey. Happy New Year as well. I left a message, and I was like, hi, my name's Richard. I run a YouTube channel called Metal Complex, and I was recently in contact with a gentleman you guys had assigned me for, new products, and he has informed me that he is no longer under your employment. And that's fine. I noticed you guys had a new model, and I'd really like to check it out. If you guys have a new person for contact, just let me know. And I was like, how do I word this without being like, I'm a super important big time YouTuber, and I want you to send me a free product. And the entire time, every word that I was speaking, I was choosing super carefully, and I was trying to be super nice and professional, and also give off a tone that sounded like, you don't have to take me seriously at all, and you can tell me to kick rocks. But I can't imagine the person on the other end of that line, who is most likely a person who has no idea who I am, having to go to somebody at Hinder Knives and be like, there's some YouTuber guy who left a message, and he's like, can you send me a free knife? I don't know what to do with this asshole. I was trying to be as normal and courteous as I possibly could, but there's no way. Imagine trying to leave that message. Yeah, I didn't even get to talk with someone. I had to leave it on their answering machine, man. It won't surprise me at all if they don't get back to me, and that's perfectly fine. If not, I'll just buy one. But I did not. The last thing I wanted to do was sound like, I'm a big time YouTuber. I didn't know what to say. I was trying to be nice. Oh God. What's that dragon knife to the top right of enter? That's the Haas. If you rewind just a little bit, I showed it. The 750K giveaway is coming extremely soon. I was trying to let everybody know my goal, because New Year's was crazy. I had over 20 knives that were waiting to go out that people had won from me. And I was holding on to them to avoid the chaos of holiday shipping, because the last thing I want is for people's knives to get lost. So I waited, and as soon as that time passed and I felt it was safe, I packed them all up, sent everybody their tracking info, and they went out. In fact, a lot of people have already got their stuff. But doing that, I didn't want to do a live stream where 10 more people won knives, and I still hadn't shipped out the other 20. So I wanted to get them, and here's my goal. I want a confirmation from everybody who got their knives, or who won knives, or at least enough time that has passed to assume that they received them. Anybody who didn't receive knives or got the wrong knife, I want to give enough time to where I can correct that or send out knives that I need to. But now that that's all essentially done, we just need a little bit longer, and I'll make the announcement video and I'll show you guys all the prizes. They're going to be awesome. You like this, the all red Scarab 2 Gen 3? It looks fake. It looks like something that was like a cheap, like Chinese clone, but it's authentic. I bought it. It's the hardest, it fires harder than my Gen 2 and my other Gen 3. I think that's just a subtle variance. But as soon as I was like, oh, it's all red and it has a red blade, I gotta buy it. That's so cool because I have so few red knives in my collection. So I had to buy that from NC Blade. Ooh, there's a little piece of debris there. But great, so funny. Someone in Discord works for them. I hope you heard the. Oh, that's right. Are you on Discord? Can you ask him? Can you say, did some guy leave a weird message on Hinder's answering machine about being a I want to know. Now I want to know his reaction to that. Because I tried to be extremely courteous. Ask him. Ask him if they found that voicemail. I forgot we had a Hinder employee in the Discord. Oh, it's so funny. And also tell him, like, that nobody's under any obligation to answer me back. Like, tell them if they're like, we're fine. We don't need him to market things for us. Or like, showcase any. It's fine. Tell them that I will buy one if they don't want to send me one. That's perfectly fine. Why don't we see pure silver inlays on scale? I would venture to get... So, I don't think silver is a prominent material in our neck of the woods because knife people like materials that are beautiful in terms of the aesthetic and maybe the way that they can be machined and polished and how easily they can be machined. Silver's fairly expensive. There's a lot of materials we work with that are very expensive. How well they can be put into a knife, the final product is in terms of its aesthetic and in terms of like how desirable it is for knife people, and also like silver does tarnish. I don't know if that's very problematic. It's probably the same reason we don't see gold, like a lot of precious metals, until you get into the art stuff. I feel like silver and gold is a material that we see in art knives maybe more often, but not so much in production knives. Very soft. Yeah, silver and gold are very soft materials. They're not very durable. Now, you could be like, well, like pearl's not very durable. We see that on knives. And that's a good argument, you know? Old slip joints have some silver sometimes. That's true. We see tungsten carbide used as blade material, but not tungsten by itself as an inlay material. I feel like uranium, Edwit. I feel like Edwit kind of knows the answer to that question, but I'll still entertain it. I'm in for a whole new ride with that gosh darn video. Have you ever seen a knife that can do this? I feel like you guys have probably been served it on your algorithm here lately. While I was on vacation, I saw that it unfortunately got another 500,000 views. And I say unfortunately because this was a video that I created in the same line, and it's a YouTube short. It's in the same line as a lot of the videos that I make on YouTube shorts that are kind of no context, just meant as entertainment for the doom scrollers. Unfortunately, the general consensus for this particular video is that it was intentional rage bait, which it was not. It's the Mundus Karma knife that has the useless reload feature. It's basically just a silly way to change the pocket clip on the knife, but it has a fake round that pops out of the end. As knife people, we all get it. It's silly, it's ridiculous, it's an incredibly expensive knife, probably overpriced, in fact, factually overpriced. But to the YouTube Shorts community, because it did not actually shoot, and because I did not demonstrate it shooting, and because I didn't talk about what it actually did at all, it's rage bait. And so it's a highly disliked video on my channel, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, and many of you know this, that doesn't mean anything. And there was a big conversation underneath that video. I don't like that this video is going viral, and I actually made a follow-up video saying, I'm sorry I didn't explain it. Here's what it does, and yeah, you're right, it's a useless feature. Like, it's just a silly fidget thing. And that video's got maybe 50,000 views, and a few people have seen it, but there was this one particular discussion where I replied to somebody, and I was like, yeah, it's silly. I agree, it's nothing. But it's another knife that came across my table, and ultimately, I'm just a collector enthusiast, and I get paid to do this, so it's kind of nice being able to have a full-time income and do this. And there were a bunch of replies to that, and I never see replies anymore because YouTube doesn't notify me for replies. So I only ever see like a top comment that's just vaguely associated with some conversation if I remember it, and I go, oh, I know what they're talking about. And so I go back in there, and there's like dozens of replies, and people are like, that's awful, you just made this video just for money? Well, the joke's on you because I disliked the video and added you to my block list. And I want to tell people, number one, the video's not intentional rage bait. But the truth is, if you really dislike me and you really dislike my channel, the worst thing that you can do, and this is the truth, if you're the type of person who, when you watch a video on YouTube, whether it's real rage bait, clickbait, or not, if you're the type of person who leaves a dislike and then goes into the comments and explained why you dislike the video and then you block, it does nothing but assist in promoting the channel. This is a hard truth for a lot of people who feel like their power lies within their negative comment and a dislike for the video. The algorithm doesn't care if you don't like the video or if it makes your booty hole feel all yucky when you watched it. They don't care. What they care is that there was enough emotional response to get you to sit there to watch it and to leave a like or dislike and then comment. Why? Because it's more time spent on the platform and more time spent that ultimately likely will lead to you watching an ad, which is what the platform cares about. So if you really dislike a particular channel or a video, the very best thing that you can do for you is not comment or like or dislike, but simply ignore it completely. And unfortunately, the vast majority of people don't know that. So that video is just getting tons and tons of views, and it generated 8,000 subscribers, and the comments are just filled with people being angry. But that's what it is. That's the name of the game, guys. These algorithms only want to know if you had an emotional reaction to the video, positive or negative. Your dislike, your negative comment, the reporting of the channel, as long as they're not doing anything wrong, it doesn't really mean anything. And it's sad. It shouldn't be that way. And I agree, it shouldn't be that way. But as a content creator who does not create rage bait intentionally, I am the clickbait team. I'm the clickbait king in terms of thumbnails. But I do show the content that is promised, and I don't do rage bait. I'm just being honest. Like, don't waste your time doing that. Don't go down in the comments and get all mad. That's not doing anything. Chad and I would like to request a rage bait video. Do you want to know the easiest way for me to get to 1 million subscribers? I truly believe if I wanted to get to 1 million subscribers, I could do it in less than 6 months by creating nothing but rage bait videos. And I think everybody in here knows that that's true. But here's why I don't want to do that. I don't want my core community thinking that that's the only thing that matters to me. It's not. I like that the channel generates subscribers from all different corners of the internet, but I don't want to create rage bait. I don't want to create content that has nothing in it and is just there to make people mad. I'm aware of the inner workings of comments and how the algorithms work. I don't want to manipulate that and just have a sea of subscribers that are accustomed to rage bait. I don't want that in my comments. I am the clickbait thumbnail king, though. And I'm joking. I like to put skulls and lightning in my thumbnails. And wow, wizard knife. Yeah, whatever. I think that's fun. You're gonna see a knife. Enjoying this live with a nice soupy bowl of KFC coleslaw. Nothing makes me want to press my face full speed into a fresh sheet of sheetrock. Like, just thinking about you slurping down creamy coleslaw, just, it makes me want to destroy a file cabinet, a metal file cabinet with my face. If the knife doesn't actually shoot lightning, it's clickbait. Knife giveaway is coming. You guys are getting a couple of giveaways tonight, and both winners will be guaranteed premium knives. So I am going to do my usual Santa Claus thing year round. My perspective on content creation is you have a core community, and it is your responsibility to deliver quality content to your core community. You also do short form content, and those people there that only digest short form content, their brains aren't on completely, and you only have a limited amount of time to create a video that's catered to them, and they're going to view it negatively no matter what. So it's not really in your best interest to like break your back for them. So as far as now, my Instagram community is different. My Instagram content is very straightforward and serious. All of my TikTok content and my YouTube short content is very not serious. And I'm very not serious in the comments there, and I'm not going to break my back for those people because I think that they're goldfish, mostly. My long-form content subscribers, very serious. Definitely going to do the real thing there. You watch everything I publish? That's amazing. I'm sorry that I've taken up so much of your time. But I love, like, my live stream community. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I feel like my live stream community is so pure and good. Love it. I love my Discord community. I love my Patreon community. My long-form content community, like my core community. They're all amazing. The people who watch my shorts and are like, it's cave person content for cave people. That's what it is. And if you're a content creator in 2026, you got to do it. You don't have to be you got to make some short form stuff. It's just how it works. Timberfall Craft, yes, I do love you. I love you very specifically. What knife would you like to be remade today with modern steels? I can tell you a knife that was made with modern steels. Originally, I just want to see it brought back, and that's the Spyderco Southern. I don't think we'll actually see it, but I would. How awesome would that be to bring back the Hinder XM18 of Spyderco knives? That'd be awesome. A knife from the past that I'd like to see remade with modern steels. You know that knife? I think it's from one of the Expendable movies where it's like a curved thing and it's got a bunch of spikes on it, and it has that big crazy clip point thing on it. And I think Beg Knives did this one time, but I want to see that ridiculous spike knuckle knife in like S90V with S90V spikes. Cerakote on G10, can that be done? I think it can be done. I can't imagine it would look or feel very good, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The lanyard hole on the small Excalibur. Where is this? Oh, I can't show off the small Excalibur because it's upstairs. But I'll show the lanyard hole on this one. It's not a lanyard hole, it's a lanyard bar. They just slipped that in on the prototype. Like, I was like, okay. Right? So, yeah. It'll have a lanyard thing. It'll have a little butt bar for you guys who like the lanyards. And then the toy, yeah. I'll show it here in a second. Two big donations. Let me read these. Sever7, you did a video on June 21st, 2025 on a knock knife. There's no name. You will end up giving this knife away. Before you do, would you consider trading that to me? And I would super appreciate it. CKF versus Poikolo. Custom Knife Factory still has more interesting designs, save for a few from Poikolo, namely the Alchem and the Task, the Cyberkuza. But all in all, CKF, I think, has more stuff, but they've been around a bit longer and they have like more heavy-duty collabs. Yes, I will trade you, but I might have given that away already. You're going to have to message me because I think a a patron member ended up with that one. And you'll have to message me about that one. Another one here. All jokes aside, what is your biggest viewing audience age range? I love long form content, but I know it's not the easiest to push with the younger generation. So my shorts and my long form stuff are pretty equal, and the short form content has a much lower age range. It's like, I don't know, whatever the lowest age that they give in the demographic, like under 16 or under 14, up to like the mid 20s. And then my core community is right about 25 to 55. And that's the vast majority of the age for my viewing audience is 25 to 55. Now there's plenty of people outside of that. Here's the toy. There's plenty of people outside of that. But that's the majority of my viewers. I'm 38, by the way. This is a custom, by the way. Fingerprint magnet with zirconium. And yes, that is Damacor. That's double polished, no etch Damacor, or deep etch Damacor. Deep etch, but double polished. You can see the chatters in here reflecting that largely. We got some people who are older. We have some people who are my parents' age, which I think is awesome. I mean, some of these guys in here have been collecting knives for way longer than I have existed. Like we got some people in here in their 60s who have spanned like multiple generations of like the knife industry and have a much deeper understanding of it than I do. And for that, I'm very appreciative. Especially those who didn't stop collecting during the Buck 110 era, because they kept collecting. And so it's nice to, like, I get comments from some of these older people who are like, you know, here's the contrast between this, and like, this was the old this is the new this. And it's nice to see people who have that actual knowledge that didn't just stop enjoying the hobby at a certain time period, because that's valuable as a modern content creator. It's valuable insight to say, like, what do you think of this versus this? From this generation to the new generation. It's nice to see that. It's nice to read about it. Aha! Not gonna get my age that easy, NSA. Butt grape. I was watching Men in Black when I noticed that they show off a Microtech Halo 1 or 2 due to the year, but put a prop cover on it. Really? Ha! I didn't know that. I'll have to go back and watch that. If you got a timestamp of the movie for me, email me or message me. I know I'm a little hard to get a hold of, but yeah, send it to me. That's kind of cool. I do miss lockbacks now that they are mostly out of flavor. I mean, yes, but I still maintain that no locking system in history should ever just stop being made. There's a classy way to do everything. You can take any old system or any boring, heavy quotes, any boring system and make it interesting. Like I said, I don't want to see a lot of new button locks. Could somebody make a button lock where, yes, it's a button lock, but it has some interesting detail or element that makes it worth talking about? Absolutely. 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 I'll say it 3 times. I was born in 87, so I remember the 90s. I don't like, by the way, on the whole like and dislike thing. I'm being honest when I say, like, as far as the algorithm is concerned and what it's going to feed you, it doesn't really care. Like, you can block the channel and then you won't get it anymore. That's fine. But, like, it is true that you're telling the algorithm that you emotionally engaged and it kept you there. What I think is that we should have more than a like or dislike button. There should be, like, a laughing emoji. There should be, like, a hating button. And there should be, like, a super whatever. But we should also, everybody should be able to publicly see every single user's comment history extensively. And you should also be able to see how often they are liking or hating things. And this is really useful because it identifies people whose opinion is less valuable. Let's say user, 42069, 6767, brain rot 9000, whatever. His comment history is all negative comments, all trolling, and the vast majority of what he has left is all hatred or thumbs down. Then you can go, this person's an idiot. And then the rest of the community can go, well, there's no, why would we care about this, what this person thinks, right? But the reason we won't see that is because it probably takes away the incentive for additional engagement. Those people are excellent argument catalysts. And the reason that a lot of these social media companies create bot accounts that do exactly that is because people are more prone to engaging with them, including me periodically. And what does this do? It keeps people engaged. Is it a good idea? Yes, I'm correct. Will it be implemented? Probably not. Social media accountability is probably not in the best interest of the companies hosting the platform. Is it deep? I don't think it's that deep. I appreciate you thinking it's deep, but I think everybody in here kind of knows that. When we doing the giveaway? Soonish. Soonish. A lot of people in here tonight. What's up, 975 people? What's up? What's the bottom right knife? I know, you guys got to keep me back on track. Wow, cool story, Metal Complex. Anyways, let's get back to knives. Sorry. Hey, Metal Complex, what is that bottom right knife with the gold and pinky hole? Oh, what is this? Chad, I need help with this one. It's that crazy integral karambit from Forever Steel. Actually super cool. The only karambit-esque knife that I have in my collection. Karambit enthusiasts will say, actually, it's not technically a karambit because historically a karambit is and a bunch of stuff that we don't need to hear. What is this? They'll make that noise too. They'll go, what is this? Help me out here. The Tiaka. Yeah, it has a weird name. Can anybody spell it? It's Tiaka. Gosh darn it. It's on the Forever Steel site. Tiakatuk. Something like Tiakatuk. There it is. Sever7 got it. It's actually super cool. I kept this one. I thought it was neat. And it's it's not a compound. It's just got 1, 2, 3, 4 separate bevels. And one of the bevels doesn't lead to a cutting edge. Outside of the typical non-cutting edge bevel. The initial bevel, whatever you call that. The pre-cutting bevel. How's the hole size? I wear I'm kidding. I wear a 10.5 to 11 ring size on this finger. So here's the spacing. You take this ring off. Look at that. God, my finger is dented in from that. If you've never seen my actual wedding ring, my wedding ring is nickel Damascus, rose gold, and zirconium. My wife had this custom made. I love it. It's been beat to heck, but it's a cool ring. That thing is really squeezing my finger. So probably more like I think this is a 10.5 and it fits, right? But like, it's probably more like I'm probably more of an 11 now, and that's about where I'm at. I can't remember where she had that made, but I really like it. Was expensive, but it's a cool ring. Yeah, the belt clip pops up too. You push that button right there, and that pocket clip sort of pops up right there. It's kind of neat. Yeah, I think as you get older and like, I mean, my hands, I feel like my hands are still growing. But I was 10.5 when I got married. over 9 years ago. I think it's more of an 11 now. No Herman knives? I have a couple out here. Maybe I have one. There it is. It's off camera. I've got my Slim in Ballon at my era. Not titanium nitride. Ballon at my era. Right around the same scratch resistance as DLC. Do I have any other Hermans out here tonight? I guess not. Pull the big boy stitch out of the vault. That's actually right here. Big boy custom stitch. The most overpriced knife in my collection. The realistically $2,000 knife that costs $6,300. If you want the custom stitch, whether it's the M stitch, the Marfion and Vorka, or the full-on Vorka custom, you're gonna pay a lot for. You actually pay less for the Vorka custom. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of invisible. Like looking around on this table, it's a little invisible because there's so much other stuff going on. Hey, let me ask you guys, is the layout tonight better than the layout that I usually do where I kind of angle them? Like I angle them. Do you guys like this straight, like sort of 90-degree angle layout? First live. Thank you for teaching me so much over the years. I appreciate it. Some of the stuff that I say is not always accurate, but I try to be as accurate as possible. But thank you. I'm a young knife collector and recovered gas station knife owner. That's an awesome comment. Welcome, buddy. That's great. recovering gas station knife owner. Is anyone else doing the cracked ice DLC blades? No, but people should definitely do that. I got to talk with Sergio about that because I know he's capable of it. Yeah, there's over 1,000 people in here. What's up? We asked Kuhn would design an 8 to 10 inch bayonet style OTF with an M-lock quad rail mount so I can put it somewhere. I think people would buy it. I think so too. I think the problem is that them manufacturing an OTF in general is a little tricky. $6,000. Wow, were you on drugs? How new is this person? Not very new. I mean, I feel like you should know, man. Like, that's not my only $6,000 knife. I mean, should people be buying $6,000 knives? Well, no. Gosh darn it. Where did my live chat go? Hold on. Like, I mean, it's like I say, I don't buy $6,000 knives and then promote $6,000 knives. I'm a collector who's been put in a position where I can do that and I can write it off and then I can make content out of it that I make ad revenue on. And during the content, I say, don't buy this. This is a ridiculous purchase. It should really only be purchased if you have the financial backing to do it and enjoy it without it being a massive financial burden, right? Like a content creator who gets paid to talk about stuff like this. So no, I was not on drugs. I was completely sound of mind, but I'm also not in the same position as everybody else. Unless you are incredibly wealthy and it doesn't mean anything to you, or you have the means to take the price tag and reduce it substantially. I miss when you identified each knife before the giveaway. So the reason that I don't is because I like the element of surprise. I know that some people really like that, but I like everybody to be surprised. Like when you're opening Pokemon card packs. It's fun because you never know what you're going to get. Darmok the Hunter. Get what you want / like, can afford. Personally, I'd go for a precision rifle and some nice glass for $6K over a knife. Well, Darmok the Hunter, I've got news for you. You are currently on a knife channel. So you're probably gonna see knives here. But yes, you can take the same money and buy a different object that costs the same amount of money. Golly, none of us have ever considered that before. Thank you for bringing to our attention that we could use the same money to purchase a firearm. It's not like that's a meme in our community at all, and is the first time any of us have ever considered it. I'm chasing away a sub. Gosh, what could we come up with as an easier way to say that? We certainly don't have a saying in this community. All right, enough. Maybe he's new. It's fine. It's a totally rational thing to think too. Like, I'm making fun of it, but like at the same time, like I get it. For that much money, you could buy a gun. That's what we're all poking fun at here. Please don't feel like saying stuff like that here is it's only gonna get a laugh from everybody. Yeah, and here's the other thing. I would say at least half the people in here are also gun collectors. I'm pretty sure I could buy a bazooka. What's the average cost of a bazooka? I'm pretty sure that knife costs more than a bazooka. I could have bought 2.5, maybe 3 bazookas for the cost of this knife. Don't get me started on watches. Don't ask me about that. Oh, a bazooka costs 20,000. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm a bazooka guy. I don't know. I thought you could buy a bazooka for like $2,000. Am I wrong? Maybe a Temu bazooka. A Tezuka. I mean, like, here's the end message here is, if you like this thing, and you're watching content on this thing, and this thing costs as much as the thing that you like or more, then you're like, well, I don't want that. I like this thing. If I had that much money, I'd buy this thing. Well, yeah, but you're not these people. These people wanted this thing. You bought it. Maybe you go to the taco enthusiast community and some guy's like, I bought $2,000 worth of $1 tacos today because I just love tacos. Now, me personally, I'd be like, $2,000 in tacos? You can't even eat. That doesn't even make any sense. You can't even eat it. I don't like, why would he do that? I could have bought a really nice knife for $2,000. I wouldn't spend it on tacos while I'm not a taco enthusiast. Did I chase that guy off? Is he still here? Is that guy still here? I don't mean to chase you off. 1,000 sitting. What should I buy? You need to look at Brown. You need to look at Herman. You need to look at Sugar Groff, Koenig, Oz, Holt, Rob Johnson's, and Hoghouse. Buy a gun, sure. If you have $1,000, buy whatever category of objects you like, but for knives specifically, that's what I'd recommend. Did I chase that guy off? Has anybody seen him? I don't mean to chase him off. I see that comment. I'm like, oh my God. He gone? Yeah. It's like, well, this fellow is up his own ass. Good day to you, sir. Dislike and block. Off to Reddit I am to complain. This fellow is garbage. If he's still here, he's a hero, and we should celebrate him. If anybody sees him in chat, I want everybody to raise swords for the guy. Because, honestly, he did not deserve that comment from me, and I would gladly hail him as a hero. I showed the Haas 3 times! I showed the Haas 3 times. I'll show it again. Here's the Haas. So this is a weird knife, and it's really over the top, and it's the end boss of gas station knives and all of that. So you kick this thing up, and it comes out, and, like, yeah, you can deploy it. Like, I mean, honestly, you can deploy it with a front flipper, but I'm so worried. Like, that thing's going to come around and pinch me, right? So I have to be, I guess, like, way down here. Yeah, you can totally do that, right? But I kind of like to get in here in these little groovies and reverse lick it. But the problem is, it's got to come back. This has to come down, and then that kicks it back into place. It slides a bar underneath it. It's kind of cool. M390 in titanium, and yeah, this does lock down, and you have to like kick it back up, and then you have to pull it like this. It's very inconvenient. Pull it, and then it disengages. It's wild, but it's very. It's a very mundus thing to create. You always tend to attract a hell of peanut gallery. I love that shit. And good riddance to James Bottom Tooth. James Bottom Tooth. James Bottom Tooth. Oh man, that's Family Guy, isn't it? Oh man. I attract a lot of them and I chase a lot of them off, but I'll tell you what, the ones that stay and convert, we can all agree, those are the golden boys. Those are the good ones. The ones that go, okay, yes, I see your knife and I raise you another gun, but perhaps I will stick around for more knives. And then they convert. And then we've won. We've won. Just a few of them, a small percentage. I don't need them all to change. The vast majority of the people on this planet would consider this channel asinine, ridiculous. I don't want them all. I just want a few of them. This is a high population live stream. My goodness. Thank you. 1,100 people hanging out here. You guys are great. Thank you so much. That's seriously, I mean, like, that's the whole goal here is take people who don't know that this community exists, right? And like, if people are going to clown and troll or whatever, like, you know, then they can go swallow Rake's whole. But the ones who are like, this sucks. This is stupid. What kind of community is this, huh? I gotta watch some more. I'm gonna check out some more of this stupid stuff. So dumb. I'm gonna watch some more of it. It's kind of neat though, but it's stupid. But that one's pretty cool. I like that one. Blue is my favorite color. I mean, maybe I just buy one. All right, these stupid guys, and I don't care, but I'll just buy one. God, I really like it though. I'm gonna watch some more of this stuff. Like that's that's how we all got here. All of us. Stupid knife guys. They're so dumb. MC, you are cute and I love you dearly. That's very nice. Thank you very much for that very nice comment. You're cute and I love you too. The whole point. That's why we all like you. That's why we all get along so well, because we know exactly how we got here. We all know we're crazy. What knife's the bottom left, the larger pivot color? That is the Skiff Drifter. Oh, I've spit all over it tonight. Spittle, heavy on the spittle. Spittle enchanted. This is the Skiff Drifter in Damacor. American made. Very, very pricey, but very, very nice knife. Another company you should be looking at right around the $1,000 territory. They're very hard to get, but they're very worth it. The baseline ones that run 1,100 or so. Very good. That is not a baseline version, but the baseline ones are very good. Rob's Nerdy Knives. What's up, man? Thanks for your donation. Good, sir. Hast thou bespoken of the munitions culinary quandary that besets us all? From whence shall we ponder and entangle ourselves in the sordid question? So, the compact Excalibur is cool. Thank you. Thank you for lobbing that one at me. He knew he was like upward inflection here. He had that one all mapped out. I'm identifying the knives on the table before the giveaway. Oh, okay. That's... I see where you're going with that. I do like that. But... okay, it depends on how you like to open your card packs. If you like... okay, if you're like a Pokemon guy or you're like a baseball card guy or whatever, I feel like half of the fun is opening the pack and you move all the stuff out of the way, and then there's the moment of reveal. Did you get the thing? Right. So for me, it's here are the pouches. And the theater of it is there could literally be anything in there because all of the pouches are identical. And so that moment for everybody is, even if your name wasn't drawn, you're like, yee! Right? But if everybody knows, then it's kind of like, it kind of takes the wind out of it. So I kind of like the, yee! I want everybody to be like clenching and like maybe a little toot squeaks out, right? Even if you didn't win, you're watching and you're like, I unzip it and you go, you know, if 10%, if 2% of the people in here fart a little bit involuntarily before I unzip the pouch or during the unzipping, then I feel like it's doing the job. You know, I just feel like that's how I want to do it. This guy's raising his hand. If you feel like you might fart, you know, a couple of times you go, ooh. Ooh, the moment you see like, you have an idea, you know, like on a Pokemon card, you get that foil. There's a certain type of foil, you're like, that's a good one. And you get excited. That moment, especially for the winners, that's a big deal. You see the corner of it and you're like, I know it. I think I know what that is. And you know, it's exciting. Maybe you had too much white corn chicken chili. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's more of a Squirtle. Bad Pokemon pun there, you know, but it doesn't matter. It's more exciting. Lauren Thomas has a new knife steel MC30V. Great for pocket knives. Can't sharpen it, but it sure is spittle proof. Like I need a reason to fart. This guy. I don't know. I kind of I like the mystery of things. It's the same idea with the unboxings. It's because the unboxings, as so many people label as clickbait, and that's fine. I can call it. But the unboxings, largely, I don't know what's in there either most of the time. And so I feel like everybody kind of gets excited with me because I get excited and maybe it's something you like or don't like, but I like to react to it organically. And I think people are also kind of experiencing it the same way. So when I don't show everything, it's kind of like the people who don't win also get to experience the surprise and joy with the person who is winning. And that's fun. It's kind of a community enjoyment thing. And you could make that argument with displaying the knives beforehand. He makes a good point. That's just the way that I kind of like to do it. I think Sever means the knives on the table, not the knives or the pouches for the giveaway. Oh. Okay, well, so I'm talking about all of this for no reason. Well, certain live streams... You created a whole segment of the live stream based on a total misunderstanding of what you're actually asking. If that is the case, certain events will absolutely be that way. For example, the big, like the major milestone giveaways, like this one coming up. Everybody will know what all of the prizes are. I'm probably going to do one mystery knife, but you'll all know what the majority of the prizes are for the major milestone giveaway. Like for the 800K giveaway that's coming up, you're all going to see all the prizes beforehand. And they're all going to be so good, nobody's going to care if they're a mystery or not. I only mean the knives. Okay, so here's clarification on this. I'm sorry, Sever7. I'm sorry for misunderstanding. I only mean the knives on the table, not the giveaway knives. You used to identify the table knives. Oh, yeah, we missed that because we like knives. That is actually a very good point. I'm sorry for rambling on for 15 minutes and misunderstanding you. You are correct. So this is a good idea, and I can tell you my hurdles with that. Thanks, MC. Now I've got the giggle shorts. Sorry for making everybody poop a little bit. All right, just to complete the theme of this, and because I'm a little bit of a jerk. Alexa, play a Santa Claus fart. Now, whether or not you wanted to be a part of this or not, if you were near your Alexa device and it heard me, your household is full of the sound of crusty, Christmas-themed farts. Anyways, this is a good point. As my collection has become more valuable and more rare, I am aware of Murphy's Law, and I'm sure you all are too, but anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I have dropped a knife a couple of times during a live stream and it resulted in catastrophic damage. I'm very nervous about picking up knives and displaying them while they're on top of a bunch of other expensive knives. And it's not so much my own knives that I worry about, it's when I have other people's knives here. So I do like to pick things up periodically and talk about them when people ask and when I'm not sidetracked on a bunch of other stuff. But I also am very nervous about, for example, picking up a knife like this and displaying it. Because if I drop it, I'm not only damaging this knife, but I could potentially be damaging a bunch of other knives around it. And I don't want to do that. So I will pick them up and talk about them periodically, you know, as people ask. But I don't like to do it with every single one for every single stream because it increases the likeliness of me damaging one of these exponentially. I can easily do thousands of dollars in damage very quickly. How many people's Alexas went off? Type 1 if your Alexa went off. I want to see how effective that is. It's a really douchey thing to do, but I just think it's really funny. I would love to find out. Type 1 if your Alexa went off and actually farted. It's worth it right there, the first 2 people. I'm glad that a few people got some farts. I won't, every now and then I do that. I won't do that all the time. Just, even if it was like 50 people, I still think that's really funny. Okay, it's time to power up the iPad. Actually, here's what it's time to do. Oh, the iPad's ready. Okay, so I have to go to the bathroom. We have 19 minutes to go before the end, but it is time to start getting ready for the mystery knife giveaway. If you are here and you know what to do, then you're good. If you're here but you're not sure what to do, there's a square here with instructions, how to enter, link in the description. There is in fact a link in the description. You will not have to pay for anything. Enter, like, you won't have to become a patron. You don't have to do anything. You just have to go to that video and leave a comment there. I'm not going to tell you a timeshare, right? It's just to keep all the comments in one place, and the video that you're going to is unlisted, and this is how I make it exclusive. That way I know that everybody who's entering was actually part of the live stream, and it makes it infinitely more likely that the person who wins will actually be active in chat, which is required to claim your prize. So that's all you have to do. And then I will draw the names in here in just a second. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Oh, I actually have to get the prizes. One. Is that the other one? Hold on. Let me make sure this is right. 1, 2. That's a good one. Somebody's going to win a nice one tonight. I think this box is mislabeled, so I'm going to look at it real quick. Oh, that's definitely mislabeled. Hold on. Now, you know what? That's a good one. We're going to do that one. And then I want to do... I'm going to do that one because it's funny. And then... Where are you? That's nothing. Ooh, is that? No way, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that. Sorry. Ooh, what are you? I think this might work. What are you? Ooh, but is that a nice one, though? What are you? Ah, screw it. Somebody's going to get 2 premiums. Okay. So we have got these. Yeah, okay. So we have a fun one. There's going to be 2 winners. You're guaranteed a premium. One person's going to get 2 knives that have at least premium materials. I don't think one of them is necessarily an incredibly expensive knife, but these are all interesting. Okay? You got to put them in the pouches. I know you're thinking, why don't you have this prepared beforehand? Because I got back from vacation today. We got back at 5 o'clock. Just cut me a break. It'll be worth it, I promise. Gotta zip them up. Hold on. Oh, that's interesting. That's not even a CVV pouch. I don't know how that made it in there. Almost done. That's such a funny one. Okay. Group 1 and group 2. You have to choose a group. You can't just choose random pouches. We will go back to the normal pouch method. This is like pre-mega giveaway, so I haven't started a new group of 20. All right, let me load up the iPad here. Boy, that website is down. Hold on, it has to reconnect to the internet. If you're here, don't worry. We're going to get to it, I promise. Just give me a sec. The kids were using the iPad in the vehicle, so everything's all jumbled. Might have to reload Safari. Let's try that. There we go. Almost there. No jackpot tonight. No jackpot because we don't have multiple pouches. Getting the link. And we are copied. So now we can go to comment picker. Here we go. We are ready. Let's refresh the page. Scroll down. Filter is on. We're going to get the comments. While we wait, my Patreon is pretty awesome, and there are upcoming giveaways that will occur only on Patreon. You can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month by clicking the link at the top of chat. You instantly gain access to once-a-week exclusive content. More importantly, private Discord access. Even more importantly, once a month, private giveaways, which are upcoming. 1 giveaway for the $1 tier, 2 giveaways for the $3 tier, and 3 giveaways for the $5 tier. And yes, they are always premium. This is a big, big benefit. On top of that, you gain access to my private knife sales, which are heavily discounted, usually super expensive or often rare knives that are sold for substantially less than retail. You can gain access to all of that by clicking at the link at the top of Patreon. All right. 1,354 comments. We got 1,258 people here live. The first winner Mad J EDC, my favorite YouTube channel. I spit all over the iPad when I said that. Sorry about that. Mad J EDC, make yourself known in chat and you get to pick. Mad J EDC, where you at? Is he here? I haven't seen him. Hold on. 9:50. He's got till 52. Hold on. Let me change this to live chat. There we go. He's here. Mad J, keep typing. Everybody else calm down. I need to see him. I just switched it to live chat instead of top chat. So hold everybody. I know you guys want to say congrats. Please, let me find him. Please, guys, please slow down. Let Mad J talk. Clayton, you're gone. Get out. Idiot. Clayton. Stupid asshole. Anyways. Okay, don't spam. Please. We've never had a problem with this, guys. Don't spam. Okay. I'm going to believe you. So everybody just chill and let him say group 1 or group 2. Clayton was spamming like an idiot. It's probably some kid. It doesn't matter. I have live chat on. So Clayton, just tell me group 1 or group 2. Mad J, just tell me group 1 or group 2. I'm watching. There he is. I see him. Yeah. Oh, he's a channel member. Okay. He wants group 1. Got it. Group 1. This is the lighter one. Ah, he got the fork and spoon thing. This is the Civivi Partake. So you turn this and slide it. How does it come out? Just like that. And it's a fork, and it's a bottle opener, can opener, and it's also a spoon, and it's also a knife, which can be used for camping and stuff. And that's neat. And I like the idea, and I like the concept, and usually it's like really cheap stuff. It's cool. The problem is with this knife is that Civivi wants like $90 for it, which is ridiculous, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get it for free. So that's his. And then the other knife is the premium knife, and this is the new Sheepdog with blue crystal titanium. And I think this is either S35VN or M390, but it has the Kaiser clutch lock. Very cool. Titanium and super duper fancy and fun and nice. So these are both yours. Congratulations. All you have to do is email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the 2 knives that you won. You can say the Civivi fork thing and crystal titanium Kaiser, that'll be fine. But again, very specifically, you must email me at exactly this address. You must tell me your first and last name, your shipping information, and you got to tell me the knives you want. Do not freak out if I don't email you until Friday of next week. It may take a week for me to get back with you, but you will get your tracking information and all of your cool stuff. It's a nice looking knife. Look at that. That was one of the Christmas knives that I got. But is also appropriate any other time of the year because it's awesome. So the fork and spoon and knife thing is like a nice, something that's, fun to keep in your vehicle. Okay. Let's refresh. Fresh page. Oh, we got to do this over again. Okay. Normally I don't do this. We're going to do it again. Normally I just do pick new winner, but for a second there I thought I had the date wrong, but that would have been weird. Okay. Filters on. Let's get the comments again. Normally I don't do this, but we're going to just go ahead and do it again. I have it, like, if people say the same thing a couple, maybe 3 times, it's fine. The guy who I booted was like, he did it like 12 times. Right after I was like, please stop doing this. And I could tell it was like a new account. I could also tell it was like probably like a kid. So we just hide him. I mean, he's probably still chatting, but nobody can see it anymore. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, like, there's no reason to take any time for that. 1376, final winner. Hey, please like the live stream. There's 1,300 people in here tonight. I appreciate that, guys. Please take the time to like the live stream before you go. Lax Phenom 20. Happy New Year. Good luck to everybody. Purple J. Lax Phenom 20. Let's let him talk. Hold on, we gotta find him. He's got until 9:58. Hey, there he is right there. Let's go. So because the last group included one budget and one premium, well, it's still 90 bucks. This one, it's got one premium and it's got one knife that's not like necessarily premium in terms of price, but it does have premium materials, and it's this little guy right here. This is a little button-operated top liner lock Kaiser that has that melted American flag carbon fiber, but very ergonomic, and blade steel is M390. Very cool. Button-operated top liner lock. I actually really like this one. Nice little travel knife. Very cool. Made with nice materials. So that's yours. The other one is, there we go. That's the key one of the bunch here. The off-grid, is it the, where's the box? Is it the, hold on. That's the Elite, the Mamba EDC Elite. This is in M398 steel. So you have that champagne and gray hex pattern there on the titanium. Very, very cool knife. Actually has functional jimping now. A wonderful EDC knife. Like, it's such a good little EDC titanium frame lock, and action is beautiful. Off-grid does such a good job. These are such good knives. Congratulations there. That's a big one. I think it's a good looking knife too. So you got them both. Congrats. That is it for this evening. Surely we have 9:58. I got like 2 minutes. Boy, oh boy. Please consider joining Patreon. Lots of really, really good benefits on Patreon. Again, you can join my Patreon by clicking at the top link in chat, and I will give you Discord access tonight. I will upgrade that link so that all new patrons have immediate access to my Discord and all benefits on Patreon. And then I will update the giveaway. The upcoming giveaway for Patreon will start next week. So if you want to enter, you'll have up to 3 new premium giveaways to enter next week on top of what I normally do for the live streams. So, and yes, I will eventually do another knife sale. I know it's been a long time. I have a ton of knives that I need to sell. So if you want to get a good deal, join Patreon. It'll all be there. What do you say? Lester Lute, your persistence inspired me tonight. Oh, okay. It's Noel, for Christ's sake. What's happening? Okay. Well, I'm going to... I never do this, but I'll announce the number one. Who's this guy? I can't even see the full name. This is such a flawed system, the top fan saying. I can't even see their full name. I'm not even going to do that. YouTube needs to fix that. It's dumb. Membership gifting. You have 10 memberships to send this month. I will send 5. And then I will send another 5 that I get for free. And then I'm going to pay for 20 more for the people still hanging out. So there's 30 from me. Congrats to the people who won. These are good for 1 month. If you choose to renew them, it'll cost you, but you don't have to, and it will not automatically charge you. You remember, You'll gain access to the helmet badge in live streams and in normal content and chat. And you also have access to the Excalibur emojis, which I desperately need to update. There's a lot of them, but I need to put some more in there. You can be a member of the channel for $2 a month. This is separate from Patreon, by the way. You can be a Patreon member, and that's different from channel memberships. Channel memberships are for just communicating and having unique badges and a little rank up system in chat. We've got a lot of members here who have been members for multiple years. So if you want to be part of that, you can. You can. How do I get a membership? So if you want to pay for one, if you didn't win for one for free just now, you can open the description and scroll down. It's the third link in my description. It says become a member of my channel, and you can pay or set up like a $2 a month thing, and it supports the channel. And what will I use the money for? I can tell you right now. I have a fund that is collectively the basically how I pay for the knives for content when I have to buy them, which actually is much more often than people realize. The funds come directly from channel memberships and Patreon. That's my monthly budget for knives, and that's how I acquire things that are difficult to acquire and make for more interesting content on the channel. So if you want to do that, great. If not, my content is always free, and you can choose to just consume it for free forever. You don't even have to subscribe, but that's how it works. Patreon is a fun place. I do my best to make Patreon an amazing place. So if you want to support me on Patreon, there are a lot of benefits there. Oh, it's Metroid. It's just very quiet. This is a good time. Higher, like we had close to 1,400 people in here tonight. That's cool. Thank you, guys. The next giant giveaway stream will be the 750K stream, which we're obviously 50,000 subs over that. But the next big one, that'll be the next big one. It might be 1 week, it might be 2 weeks, but I plan to do it within the next couple of weeks, and I will absolutely give you guys the date, and I'll announce the prizes in a separate video so everybody knows what's coming up. There are multiple thousands of dollars in knives that I'm going to be giving away. Polish Custom Knives donated multiple that'll be giving away, so Herman knives will be very prominent there. If you've ever wanted to own a Herman knife that's a really nice one, I've got some cool stuff. So, cool stuff, rare stuff, stuff that's not normally given away will be that stream. Yeah, you'll know if you got a membership because there'll be a helmet beside your name. Alrighty. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're just a viewer who's not really convinced to subscribe yet, but maybe you're just a viewer, that's fine. Thank you. If you're an Instagram follower, thank you. TikTok follower, thank you. Patreon member, definitely thank you. Everybody who has supported this channel in any way, shape, or form, even people who hate my guts and show up anyway, thank you to everyone. Oh, I got one more super chat here I'm going to read. Was carrying the Max Ace balance, so I bought it from you. Still smells like Michelob Ultra. Thanks. Thank you to everybody who has supported this channel. I will be here for the foreseeable future, whether you want me here or not. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your evening. An excellent rest of your week ahead, and most importantly, a very positive and fruitful. I hope your 2026 is great. Bye.